We're talking Cobalt Blockchain with the president and COO of the company. Thank you so much for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
So Cobalt Blockchain, how does that work?
Well, we're active in the DRC. We've been working there for the last 12 years. The last 3.5 years we've been metals traders, focused on tin, tantalum, tungsten, but we've just applied for our license, so within the next 2 months we'll be trading cobalt as well. DRC hosts 65% of the world's global production of cobalt, so it's certainly the right country to be in. And the blockchain component is really about mineral provenance, knowing where it came from and how it was produced, and that's really where the blockchain comes in.
So I need to ask you, because the DRC obviously is not seen as having the highest regard for human ethics, especially when it comes to mining cobalt, using child labor.
No, it's a big problem.
So it's a huge problem.
It's an optics problem. It's certainly, we've been on the ground looking at cobalt projects the last 5 months, and it's infrequent, but it does happen. And what we're doing is applying the 3 T's. Tin, tantalum, tungsten are highly regulated. They're considered conflict minerals, and there's a whole protocol largely driven through the OECD due diligence guidance on responsible mineral supply chains. That's been up in the northeast along the border of Rwanda, Burundi, Congo. Because the cobalt copper belt is in the south, there has been no requirement to date to implement a system whereby there are no kids working in the mines, there are no armed groups benefiting, no government actors imposing illegal taxes. So that's what we're doing. We're taking the knowledge from the last 3.5 years in these highly regulated minerals in Central Africa and applying it to cobalt in the south.
Do you go there often?
Yep, in the last 3.5 years I've spent typically half the year in country, so we're in and out. We feel very comfortable.
Yeah.
We've got a great Congolese team on board between Lubumbashi and the capital, Kinshasa, so we've got a good team.
What do you think of cobalt prices? Where are they headed? Are you one of these COOs that are extremely bullish?
Yeah, I think we have a window here, and one of our differentiators, we're not a traditional exploration development play where you're looking typically 5-10 years out to put a mine into production. We have access to product coming out of the Congo, out of artisanal mines that represents about 15% of world supply today. So that means if you add Canadian and Australian cobalt production together, the artisanal small-scale sector is bigger than these two countries put together. But ultimately, there are market forces, consumers like Tesla, like the auto manufacturers, looking to reduce the amount of cobalt in their batteries as it spiked in the last. So we think there's a 5-year window to capitalize on these high prices, but they will inevitably come down. But it's remarkable when you look at the forecast for battery demand, whether it's cars or battery storage at homes. It's a growing market.
And again, the blockchain component, really interesting here. So obviously you're a huge believer in this space as well.
We've been tracking minerals for 3.5 years, and it's the incumbent systems that we use are paper-based logbooks. We think a distributed ledger, which is what a blockchain ultimately is more secure, it's more immutable, and ultimately will allow end consumers, downstream consumers, to have better visibility into their supply chain.
Well, continued success, and good luck in the DRC.
Thank you very much.
I know it's probably not an easy place to be working in, so